Welcome to our new series. It's called Voices of Advocacy, where we'll be talking to women behind advocacy.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Tando Mazibulo presents In Her Words. Today we have a special guest and her name is Lipalesa Morake. She works at the organization Global Citizen, whose job is to eradicate poverty now. Didi, would you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone.
Okay, so Didi is the program manager at Global Citizen, which helps with a lot of youth programs. So that I want you to explain what type of programs that you are involved in and what is the main goal or objective of these programs.
Thank you so much, Tando, and thank you to the viewers that are tuning in today. So as Tando mentioned, I am the Senior Manager for Strategic Partnerships, and the partnerships that I oversee are primarily the ones that focus on the youth development across our continent. And I oversee the BeyGood Global Citizen Fellowship Program that is powered by BeyGood, as well as the Curtis Fellowship Program that is powered by Kelly Curtis. And essentially what these programs do is to seek to find young, bright minds that are, full of all potential. They're looking for ways in which they can eradicate extreme poverty, but in addition to that, they're passionate with a number of social issues that we address under the Global Citizen umbrella. And so what we do is throughout these programs is that we provide them with the knowledge and insights to Global Citizen's model, as well as our various goals and ambitions with both of our partners, essentially. And we also ensure that we provide them with a learner-based curriculum of which they go through during the course of the year of the duration of the program, that equips them with the tools and the equipment that they need in order to thrive in the actual working environment. Why do we do that? We found that young people are no longer going through this traditional trajectory in life where they start school, they go through to university, and then they find work. Unemployment is really strife in South Africa, and it's really bad across the continent. And so it's programs such as these that help enhance and develop young people who are, one, either seeking to be entrepreneurs or to start their own businesses in different spheres, because sometimes they might not necessarily want to be in the space of a traditional university or a college per se, but they seek to learn and grow and get into the working world, but through a different lens and a different ways. So essentially that's the perks and the benefits of our programs, and we strive to identify young people who are really go-getters, who are really hungry and have a strong appetite to want to learn, but people who are also advocating for ending extreme poverty and eradicating the social issues that we face on the continent.
I was one of the first class of the BeyGood Global Citizen Fellowship, and you are on your way to your third class now, and your third class is graduating, but you've also added a new partnership with the Curtis Scholars. What is the difference? Because I obviously know from a BeyGood perspective what we did as BeyGood fellows. What is the difference between the Curtis Scholars and the BeyGood Fellowship?
So great question. We get posed this question quite often. And so it's really simple, really. We've looked into the two programs, and the key differentiator is just the age range. So the BeyGood Fellowship program focuses on identifying young people between the ages of 21 to 25, whereas the Curtis Fellowship program looks to identify young people between the ages of 18 to 21. Again, similar needs, but also different types of cohorts and different types of there are certain nuances that apply within both age ranges. However, we have identified simple things such as, younger people, those being part of the Curtis Fellowship program, are still new into understanding, how to conduct yourself in the working environment. And some of the tools that we provide them with is just the how-to, the means of how, workplace etiquette. Whereas young people, like between the ages of 21 to 25, have highly likely been exposed to those types of environments. But if they haven't, we also ensure that we equip them with those skills. It's essential for us to provide young people with tools and the means to understand what it takes to be a professional in the working space.
Who's your favorite class? Okay. 2019. Yes, 2019. Sorry, guys. So, what are the types of skills that you have identified in each individual, and to make sure that after they're finished with the fellowship or the Curtis Scholarship, they can take or learn and use in their own lives?
So that's a very good point. I think one of our long-standing curriculum writers, have really introduced into the various programs the future of the working world. And one of the key things that they always speak about is the ability to have hard as well as soft skills. So hard skills being analytical, being a problem solver, having the ability to be a critical thinker is such key components of the future of the working world. If you don't have those skills, you're really not considered as a possible candidate or applicant for the working world. The soft skills really just being empathetic. I think what we teach a lot in our programs, both programs, is around having empathy for your peers as well as your leaders, but also just being authentic and transparent. A big thing that we find with young people is the need to be vulnerable. Young people go through a lot of issues, mental health being one of the things. So we strive to ensure that we highlight and recognize mental health and mental awareness. We want young people to have a sense of well-being. And so the hard and the soft skills are critical, and that's what we always make sure that we leave these young people with the valuable tools that they need around both skills in order to thrive.
Since you do work at Global Citizen, and Global Citizen is aiming to end extreme poverty now, what are the campaigns that the Curtis Scholars and as well as the BeyGood Fellows are involved in ensuring that, or the campaigns that you guys are working as currently as Global Citizen?
So there's quite a few that we basically have outlined as Global Citizen in terms of our policy objectives for the year. One of them being climate change and taking climate action. It's one of the biggest concerns we have across our policy framework, and so we are looking to find ways in which we can, alleviate that issue that we face. The other one is primarily focusing on women and girls. We understand the stats around the fact that young girls are discriminated. They're not considered for the working place. And so what our fellows have recently worked on, the BeyGood Fellows, is an on-the-ground community project that was conducted in schools literally last week around women and girls. And the focus was primarily around menstrual hygiene and period poverty workshops that they conducted by themselves across both markets. So we have fellows in South Africa as well as Nigeria, and so they did some community work during the course of last week. And then the other one is just around systemic barriers, and we're really trying to get into the spaces of civic spaces and getting corporate organizations to be involved in the bigger picture and the cause with which that falls under the ending of extreme poverty. So those are essentially the key focuses, but not to say that we won't, disregard nutrition or disregard gender equality. Those are still woven into the umbrella under extreme poverty, and we're trying by all means to develop campaigns that, one, speak to our market needs and identify ways in which we can help eradicate these social issues.
Okay, Didi, I think if I'm a young person and I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this sounds very, it calls me because I don't want a traditional career path and I care about social justice. How can I know it's late now, but how can I, for maybe next year, apply to Global Citizen for the BeyGood Fellowship or the Curtis Scholarship? And what do you look for in your candidates?
Okay, so yes, you are right. Applications have closed for both programs this year. However, there's still an opportunity to apply next year. We look for bright young minds. We look for people who are hungry to learn, who want to help join the movement that is Global Citizen. And so for both programs, essentially, the requirements are really around providing a video or essay format, answering a few questions. We tweak them every year just to make them applicable, just to, also just rejig the program. So one of the key things we do, however, ask is, what does it mean to you to become an active citizen of the world? And so what we strive to identify is, one, you submitting on time, the professionalism within your application, how excited and enthusiastic you are in your video, your grammar, just when it comes to your essay submission. And so I think the best thing in order for you to know more about it and how you can possibly apply is to constantly go onto our website. We have landing pages that are solely dedicated towards our BeyGood Fellowship as well as our Curtis Fellowship program. I won't disclose my email address. However, I do strongly encourage you to get onto the Global Citizen website, take action, sign up so you can find out more information, because we speak about it in lots of forms. So through our content pieces, we will talk about our programs, through our action taking, as well as on social media. So follow us and so you can know more about both programs in the future.
All right. Thank you for your time, Didi. It was really nice catching up with you. Thank you for watching, and we will catch up with you some other time.
Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.